Kishimoto, you expect me to believe that in the time that it takes for Kakashi to fall into the lava, okay? Now, if you go back to last week's chapter, you'll see the fall. The distance that Kakashi has to go in order to hit the lava and die. That distance is not that long. The fall is not that long, okay? And you expect me to believe that this guy, Kakashi, during the fall, he was able to somehow take a scroll out of his back pocket, tie it to a kunai, and throw it upward. Make it stick at the top, okay? Hang on to it, grab Sakura's ass, and then send another kunai to pin Obito's hand so that he wouldn't die? I mean, just the time that it would take him to tie the scroll to the kunai would be enough. Okay, that would be it. You'd be dead. All right. Not to mention, unless the kunai was somehow already tied to the scroll, but then that makes no sense. Why would you keep a kunai tied to a scroll in one of your pockets? Did you not see The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Did you not see what happened when Andrew Garfield tried to save Emma Stone? Gravity is a motherfucker. And again, Kakashi does confirm the fact that they are in another dimension, so maybe gravity is not the same as it is on Earth there. And he says that when Sasuke summons his hawk to save himself and Naruto. Notice that he doesn't give a shit about Sakura and Kakashi. He doesn't say it directly, but he tells Naruto straight the fuck up. The only reason these two are still here is because you were standing next to them when the Infinite Tsukuyomi was activated, and I had to activate my Susanoo to save your ass, Naruto, not theirs. So, bottom line is, Sasuke is going to be a very likable Hokage. Because part of being a good leader will always be to not give a shit about the people that you lead. Kakashi initially thinks that this could be a genjutsu, right? And then he sees Sakura's headband fall into the lava and melt. And he's like, as I thought, as I suspected, my dear Watson, this is not a genjutsu. Wait, so if it were a genjutsu, the headband would not have melted? Like, how does the headband melting prove that it's not a genjutsu? I don't understand. It turns out the Kakashi scroll was actually emergency toilet paper that he kept stored. Him and Sakura are about to fall to their deaths. And Sasuke uses a Susanoo hand to protect himself, Naruto, and part of his hawk from I think it's a Senbon technique, like the one that Jiraiya used. The one where you turn your hair into like porcupine needles pretty much and try to pierce your opponent. But the thing is, Kaguya pierces not just Sasuke's hawk in the chakra points, but also if you look at the panel, she also manages to hit Sasuke on his left arm. So I think what she was doing, or she was trying to do at least, was to send a needle to block the chakra points that activates the tattoo on his hand, or the yin seal. And I'm not sure that it actually matters, because by the end of this chapter we do see Sasuke remove the needle from his arm. So I don't know if it's, the effect is still there of blocking the chakra point. And then Naruto saves Kakashi and Sakura as well as Sasuke and his hawk, not by multiplying bread and fish, not by turning water into wine, and not by healing the blind, but by doing what? Somebody please cue R. Kelly. I believe I can touch the sky. If I can accept the fact that Kakashi did all of this crazy stuff before falling to his death into a pit of lava, if I can accept the fact that Sakura, after all this time, is still getting teary-eyed over Sasuke not caring, and if I can accept the fact that Madara died because he got a new vagina, then I can accept the fact that Naruto can fly. Sure, why not? Join the Naruto finale fun. Now, before the ending of this chapter, before this chapter is handed over to Michael Bay, because that's basically what it is, just explosions. There's a clash between Kaguya and Naruto, and then a clash between Kaguya and Sasuke when he comes in with the Susanoo from above. Now, before that happens, we get a shot of the landscape, and we see a volcano erupting. But hold on, if you look at the side of the volcano, there's actually a castle there. I don't know if that's Kaguya's palace, because in fact Kaguya doesn't say much throughout this entire chapter. We still don't know why she wants to turn everybody into a white Zetsu. Now that's actually a very good segue into my favorite part of the chapter, because if you look at the panel where we see Hashirama, if you look at the background, we see that some of the metapods, some of the cocoons, have, it looks like they've begun to detach from the tree. So I don't know if those have already been turned into white Zetsu. What is going on there? Obviously, the sticks that were pinning Hashirama down, as well as Tobirama, are gone. They can move freely. The balls that were attached to Minato's jacket also fade away because Madara is no more. Now, I don't think that they will be able to enter that other dimension, the Kaguya dimension, unless they are summoned, as we saw in this chapter with Sasuke's hawk. Or unless, Kaguya brings them into the dimension. So I think ultimately that's what's going to happen. I think Kaguya is going to bring the Hokages in so that they can fight against Naruto and Sasuke. Because think about it, the final fight between Naruto and Sasuke will be for the title of Hokage. What better preliminary for that fight than to have Naruto and Sasuke duke it out with the previous Hokages? Just as a sense of assertiveness and just self-validation by saying we are actually better than the previous generation, at least when it comes to power levels. And why not? Why shouldn't you have the protagonist and Sasuke fight the Hokages? It would make for a hell of a fun fight, let's be honest here. And that's kind of like, my rating for this chapter. I thought it was fun. It was fun. It had funny things that made me laugh. So take that as you may. Comment, rate, subscribe, and like the video if you did, guys. Appreciate it. You know the role. Bye. I just forgot to say that by the end of this chapter, we actually see Kaguya using like these giant type of fists to fight Naruto's Bijou bombs. Like, is that a reference to like the Buddha technique that Hashirama has? Is that something else? I don't know. Just thought I'd let you guys know.